Well, the temperatures are reaching summery levels in Niigata. The breeders in the Yamakoshi Mountains are busy breeding koi. We are guests at the Shintaro Koi Farm, who gives us a look behind the scenes. How do they breed Japanese koi? In this video you can see exactly how the cultivation works. Fine nets have been placed in the ponds. These nets provide a safe environment for the koi as they chase each other to spawn. All this under the watchful eye of the breeder themselves. Masaru Saito observes each koi closely so that he can intervene at the right time. While Masaru-san keeps an eye on everything, Kensuke and Kosuke Saito make sure everything is ready for breeding. Breeding has going on in the same way for generations. Last year, koi hobbyist Mark Gardner passed away unexpectedly. Mark was one of the pioneers when it came to promoting the koi hobby around the world. He literally lived for the hobby. Masaru Saito today uses a breeding koi owned by Mark Gardner. Mark was unable to breed with the Yagenji Showa. As a tribute, they use Mark's koi for breeding. The first koi are ready now for breeding and to collect the eggs and sperm for the process. For this breeding, they use a female Showa owned by the Shintaro Koi Farm. The fish that are used will be first set aside so they can rest. Then the koi will be slightly anesthetized so they do not experience any stress from breeding. Female koi are set aside for breeding. In this way, the chance of success is greatest. Breeding and selecting koi is a time-consuming and risky operation. Months of hard work precede before the koi can select it for the future. Before we continue breeding, let me briefly take you through some clips from last year. Because what happens after the eggs are hatched? And how long does it take for these eggs to grow into a jumbo koi like this one? It will take several weeks before the first selection can be made. During the first selection, the breeder manually looks at color. After all, there is still very little to see of any patterns or construction of the body. The breeder repeats this process a few times until they are large enough to select by pattern. And how does that continue? Well, every year the best koi goes into the growing ponds in the summer. These ponds are located high in the mountains so the fish can grow optimally. So let's get back to breeding. The first female koi are now ready to lay eggs. Female koi is now cleaned with sterilized water and then dried. This way no water or dirt gets to the eggs. This fish is wrapped in a sterile wet towel, so it cannot be damaged during this process. As you can see, breeding is done with all the care. All eggs are carefully massaged from the female. When all the eggs are extracted from the female, they are weighted. As a result, the breeder knows exactly how much the male koi needs to deliver. From there on, the breeder also knows how many fish can be grown. It is time to bring in the other half. Mark Gardner's Showa is ready to be used. The same procedures apply here too, except for one thing. The extraction of the seeds is done in a slightly different way than with the female koi. In the man, a special tool is used to help collect the sperm. Takes a few minutes to get the most out of the male koi. After everything has been collected, it is time to add the eggs that were collected earlier. On the scale, Masaru-san sees exactly how much he needs to add to ensure a successful breeding. The eggs and sperm that have been mixed are now distributed over special breeding brushes. The eggs will attach quickly and hatch in a few days. To ensure that the eggs hatch, they will be checked every day and a lot of oxygen will be added to the water.